Grand rising to every person, place, and thing in existence. This soundtrack is Bone Thugs and Harmony, titled First of the Month. I know it's not the first of the month, but we want to look at the concept of what's going on here. All right, we all rising into the idea of doing and becoming that of the Most High. Wake up, wake up that first eye. All right, let's wake that first eye up. Christmas time coming, December 25th. Let's get it, people. It's a lovely, wonderful day. Ooh, all right. It's a new year coming in. And this new year coming in, you're going to be the Most High. It is expected and incumbent upon you to develop and become all that you can be. Gotta watch my phone. All right. Okay, I do got some sound there. Oh, I can't hear the music. Okay, I see what's going on. Yeah. All right. Let's get busy a little something here. The sound is very distorted on YouTube. Maybe that might be better. So I can get this situated and adjusted right. How's everybody? We're gonna let anyone who wished to enter the monastery bring their cell phone in right now. So everybody be patient. And he was one of the ones that was already seated in the arena. Then you early. Check. So of course you're gonna have to have some patience because we're dealing with a whole spectrum here. Uh, all right, so that's cool. I don't think I'll be needing that. I got my indicator there that allows me that sound is everywhere. So of course I don't need you to give me no thumbs up or one. Right? I know sometimes people need that. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know everything about computers, but one thing I do know how to realize is that my audio is good. And if the audio is good, then you know that's a good thing. So again, I want to welcome every person, place, or thing in existence. You know how I get it in on my airwave, right? We live with it. Live means to be electrified, have an effect. When you're around, people know it. We can feel it. Creatures feel it. So again, like I said, I want to welcome every person, place, or thing in existence to my monastery. As you all begin to come on the airway, get yourself relaxed, alleviate yourself from all the tension, all the stress that you had all up until this point. You won't need to be coming where we're going to go with all the ways of the world. You see? Some of you have been so good and proud of yourself and that you accomplished things in existence. You got certificates and things. You don't want to let that go. Just keep in mind, I'm the one to tell you you shouldn't let it go. But that doesn't mean that I don't need to add on. That definitely don't mean that I'm incapable of taking what I've received already and taking it higher on my own, not needing a so-called teacher or a professor. Huh? At what point do I become the professor? That's a good question, Nate. At what point do you become the master? At what point? See, you got to realize the professor ain't going to be around forever. There's going to have to be an individual that's going to have to step up and take my place. You see? I appreciate all the likes and the thumbs up. I feel your energy. So I don't know if there's any other videos out that's on the idea of becoming the most high or not. So one thing for certain that we're going to realize and recognize is that this is going to be the first. Like I said, if it's not, then this is going to be the first airwave. Well, not let's say airwave, but the first arena or energy grid that you're going to be encased in, whereas those topics and the energy is going to be to a certain degree or to that degree. What degree is that? We talk about and to the degree of being the most high. All right. So again, we're just going to relax and be patient. As a matter of fact, let's finish Facebook. Facebook is out of here for a minute. We're going to send them on their way. They acting up anyway. And I do have to respond to a call. And I'm even going to delete that. Facebook has become very demoralizing, disgusting, and shitty. You ever look at the services that they offer? If there's any, if it's only momentarily, and if it's not too, it's liking, you get disruption. And then if, like, the only way you can really keep some good service on Facebook is if you're watching a bunch of garbage and human and immoral types of ways of existing. And I understand that. That's like an entertainment grid for me. That's like a supermarket. You got the shoe store. You know what I'm talking about? You got the clothing store. You got your meat market. You got your barbershop. And then you got your dumb shit. You know? I'm working too hard all day at the other dumb shit. Sometimes a being, a creature might have to switch it up and need something else. That's the only thing that you're supposed to do is recognize and realize it in that light. All right, so I'm gonna respond to a call. I'm come back and we're gonna do this YouTube streaming and hopefully we can get Facebook back to cooperate. And if they don't want to cooperate, it's all well fine. I ain't got to be streaming on Facebook, man, or YouTube. Y'all can understand where I come from. The streets where we walked up on you and told you what the enlightenment is to be and what your next destination is. Y'all can't afford it like that to this day. That was like the movie Denzel Washington was showing y'all. When I forget the name of it, but they was touching everybody. Y'all ain't understand the science of that to the degree that I do. You know what I'm talking about? So stay tuned. I'm enlightened. I'm like I'm going to set that brain on fire. Okay? In the meantime, allow me to go take care of some business real quick and enjoy the rhythm and the tunes that I'm going to be giving you. Peace. You rocking with one of the greatest beings on the face of this plane of existence. Nate the Great, other known as Nathaniel Hills III. Enjoy the tunes, people. Rebirthing your soul.
When an early autumn walks the land and chills the breeze and touches with her hand that summer breeze, perhaps you'll understand what memories I owe. There's a dance pavilion in the rain, all shuttered down, a winding country lane, all russet brown, that frosty window pane tells me a town's grown lonely. That spring of ours that started so April-hearted seemed made for more than just a boy and girl. I never dreamed, could you, any fall could come in view so early. May I ask you, darling, if you can, please let me know. I'll meet you anywhere. I miss you so. Let's never have to share another early autumn.
Grand Rising. Welcome to my monastery. Come on in, everybody come on in, y'all. You ain't gonna get it like this nowhere else on this plane of existence. Nowhere enclosed of the ice glaciers will you be getting this type of vibrationing. And once you start to implement it, they ain't gonna get on TV and talk about, oh, it's global too hot now. Fuck a warming. Because you becoming most high. You ain't worshiping no God no more. You have become God now. Just like if you was at Harvard and you gotten your certificate, your degree. This is why I don't tell you people, you out there got these 33rd degrees and master degrees. Don't throw it away. Keep that shit. But don't be afraid to add on or at least recreate.
That spring of ours that started so April-hearted seemed made for more than just a boy and girl. I never dreamed.
So we're going to get into some science, y'all.
And if all could come in view so early.
Y'all listening to Rebirthing the Cool, all right? And that track there is Early Autumn. To those who it concerns.
They ask you, darling, if you can.
You ain't got to be caring about whether
Please let me know.
Warner Brothers got the master this or P. Diddy got the masters to this. No.
I miss you so.
You wouldn't be getting the greatness. You wouldn't be getting revisements. You'll be just getting old shit. Same shit, at least. Right? All right. That's a nice tune there. All right, so where we at with this idea of becoming the Most High, people? First of all, like I said, we are in some wrapped up comfort of what they call the Antarctica. And this is how your existence is capped off so that, no, you won't fall off the edge of the earth, but you can't go beyond the energy magnetic grid or an wall, fence, shield, if you will. This is where their treaties are. And places of such as Admiral Byrd had made mention of, and others. Now, I'm titling this Becoming the Most High. First of all, nowhere else, mind's eye. Let's get some energy out to mind's eye. Peace and light. I appreciate that. All right, you did get the notification. Let me see something in here. Okay. Move this out the way. That's why I couldn't see your comments, mind's eye. I've got the screen all messed up. But as normal and as usual, I always do. I'm surprised how I even ever get through. That's how unliterate I am when it comes to what they call the computers. But anyways, that's why the message gets to who it deserves and needs to be getting to. Right? It's not an everyday conversation that you're going to find in your neighborhood or your workplace where they'll be talking about becoming the Most High God. So I'm going to fill out of pocket, or at least antisocial. That's the nigga in the fucking cafeteria. We meeting up and don't nobody want to talk. I mean, he don't want to talk, or she don't want to talk. No. So how are we going to prove this using mathematics and precise and correct science, which is astrology and numerology in this day and time? Again, I gave the concept.
The healthcare industry are expected to grow as much as 40% in the next decade.
Excuse me. I gave the concept of
Expand your options now with an.
Told you I ain't computer tech. Just fucking with this shit is going to be because I generate too much energy, too much power, and these are devices that they using to control us. And instead of it manipulating me, I actually manipulating it. I'm the specimen in that motherfucking laboratory at Einstein that went wrong. And there's a lot of you out there in existence. And that's the ones who's going to be listening to this. That's why I don't need for you to be talking about share, thumbs up, and algorithm, this, that, they, and the other. Y'all got to please understand this. What you trying to do? Get us exposed? No, nigga. The best shit is kept secret. The best shit kept. Now you may say, damn, this dude, he really talk a lot about this. But except if I'm not talking to you, I'm watching motherfucking the Colts playing hold on. They great play somebody. Gardner Minshew is the quarterback, number 10. Let's talk about that part. Right? When I'm in motherfucking Rome, you want me to do what the Romans do. Well, I got a better one for you. When you on Earth, you do what the Earthlings do. Because you ain't from Earth. Don't let them fool you. Bob Marley told you us that. Jack? They who? Any motherfucking body, person, place, or thing. Jack? You could be walking down the road. There's an object sitting there. It's inscripted and cultivated and built to what? Deceive and fool me. So just because a person don't come up with some ideas, you thinking, the two horns and the motherfucking pitchfork. No, this is crafty shit. And in spiritual warfare, you're dealing with some elements that's infinite. It's just how far you decide you want to go. Sometimes a person may feel as though they don't want to be that supreme. And this is real talk, y'all. A motherfucker sometimes know that this power is so great. I'm good where I'm at right now. Any higher than this, I might not be able to withstand the pleasure that I'm receiving right now in life. So let me just turn it down a notch. I stay here, Nate. Because we get comfortable when we complacent. Let's be honest. You can go to some people's houses and go in their front room, and that room never changed. It's still the same. Then you can go in some other people's houses and be like, God damn. Well, your shit is good. Is this the same house? And you're like, no, I got the walls remodeled. I had a sheetrock contractor boy come in and, hey, you got it. Yeah. Because why? It's change. So just like in the concept, I got my degree from Harvard, Yale. Don't you know that individual, we have to be in remembrance of that guy has to sit down. That's right, mind's eye. And after the professor sits down, then what's going to step up? So I'm mind's eye. Give me a minute before I start getting deep into the subject. I'm setting Facebook back up live because I definitely got over 5,000 friends and actually thousands of viewers there. And this message is for a lot of that energy on that grid over there, that airwave, and they do be picking up. So allow me a couple minutes, as they say on Facebook videos and stream. Let the people get in the building. And there's mind's eyes in the building. We're going to give mine eye up and let it be acknowledged in what they call the Akashic spiritual courtroom, right? Because all is attuned, all minds is the same. Whether you incarcerated or out, you still could get cash at. Because if you're getting cash at on the physical plane, then know that you must be getting cashed at on the spiritual plane. Check. My purpose is now to figure out how's my ley line laid out for this type of activity, whereas though I could receive and get what they call the blessings. Christians tell us all the time, prayers go up and the blessings come down. This is facts. So I got to go through a bunch of crazy stuff. All right, so connect that. See, they want a bunch of details now. Oh, my goodness. This is unbelievable. Why I'm going to do this, but I have to. This is another chance. All right? You get another chance.
Another gig, a chance to try.
That's what you did. You give your boss. Your boss gave you another chance.
Place is the same.
Huh?
These tunes are just half the game. I'll jam with the boys. It's always hot time. From ragtime to blues, big band to scat, scat to bebop, bop to rock. It's all the same for those who strive. You gotta push hard, you've got to drive. From the break, the blues, the gigs, the sing, the fame and the money game. Well, it's just a game. Tracy felt it, and Ellie too.
And there's no exception to the rule. One of my favorite tunes. Another chance. Manzai, he said, what did he say? The best for last, a blast from the past.
If you're in this position, you gotta make choices.
We gotta make choices, y'all.
You gotta think smart.
But we gotta think smart.
This ain't for the faint of heart.
Huh? If you a weakling, you ain't ready, then keep scrolling. Don't even tell nobody about this type of video streaming. Keep me over the radar, y'all. I need to be the one that got off the yellow bus where nobody understand. You see? Because here's what's going to happen. There's going to be someone who intelligent is going to be enough to sit back and say, I got to figure this motherfucker out if nobody else will. That's what my teacher told me. My teacher told me, you study every man, every woman, every child and their methods. He said, and once you know the world, the universe, you'll know yourself. This is profound words right there, people. That's a jewel that we can wrap it up for the day with and go on and fuck the rest of the day up. Drink, get ready for the game, sex on, get your sex on. Huh? America is off from working today. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from becoming the Most High? That's a serious question. And then once each an individual becomes the Most High, Lady Shay, okay, I see you. Yeah, Lady Shay Butter in the house. Let's get some electricity out there in the universe. You know what I mean? So she get her check, get paid today. That's right. Manzai, thanks for acknowledging. Yeah, that's right. We know how it is. And look, don't forget, we got those who's over the radar. They ain't popping in for whatever reason. It's not necessary. Okay? Everybody is on their assignment, and we all got an assignment to achieve and bring about. Right? So we're going to move right along because we wasted enough time messing with Facebook. Man, I hate messing with this computer stuff. It really gets on my nerves, and it's done for a purpose. It wants to disrupt the energy. And luckily, because of my endurance, patience, and sincerity, I'm able to overcome that and just deal with them. Like right, like if Satan knocked on the fucking door right now, y'all better get up and unask, as Bobby Hemmings said, a seat for this motherfucker. And I want him in the front row, or her, or Baphomet. She could come. I heard at see, I heard at one time before you was heterosexual, this other type of sexual, hermaphrodite. You you were a creature on earth that possessed both sexes. America don't want to teach us that. They ain't gonna teach you that. There was a whole beings at one time. It's even been took out the books of the Bible. It's in there. If there was women on the island of California and Lesbos and all this dumb shit going on, don't you know there's a quintillion, add with your 3 times trillion other stories of like that have taken place at least over 78 trillion years? You want to think that you're going to fit all of the story in 28 motherfucking days? Go stand in the corner, y'all. Y'all know what we time to do for them type of people. Stand them in the corner. That means more room in the seat for the people that's waiting outside to come in and sit down. Check. And we got 4 corners: north, east, west, and south. Don't act like you don't know about the corners. In fact, in 2 more days, what's today? 1 more day. Keeping in sequence of where we at, becoming the most high, right? It's gonna be very merry, Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Remember that? That's what they do in the Catholic Church. But they never told them why. You didn't teach me the esoteric ideas and enjoyments of fantasies of such hidden knowledge of secret treasures. Huh? Let's get busy. It's Christmas and it's coming along real fast, y'all. And once Christmas passed, it's taking you into what? 2024, which is numerology dealing in the number 6. And we're going to get into that. If I got enough time, I might have to come back and do a part 2. Because the message is extensive. Check. We can't. And you may could do this in a school in Philadelphia, or, a college, or even a university, but not in a monastery. Once you get a monastery, it's like it's about keeping on with the keeping on of what you got. You see, it's no ending to it. It's infinite. So I'm gonna jump back over here to YouTube right quick so I can see the chat, because the chat coming through. Now I want to share in with the energy of what Mind's Eye and Lady Shea Butter is here to do too. So forgive me for being away. Reflections, as Rashad Jamal expressed it, okay? Because that's what we are, reflections of each other. Check. That's what he means. I was over on Facebook making sure it's not acting crazy. And it seems to be doing just fine. Right? Let me give it one more check. It says I'm live. I can't put, oh, I see it. Okay. So, all right. So, Ramon's Eye, he makes mention that remember that deity Pan. Mm-hmm. You're about to break down the what is that? My Minotaur? The Minotaur. Okay. You're going You're gonna have to definitely do that. Make sure get your YouTube channel or your Facebook page too, Mind's Eye, if you got one. Lady Shea Butter, I'm already subscribed to you, and I appreciate the vibrations and the tune that you bring through. Okay. Yeah. Yep. That's definitely what it's about. Keep the uprising. Ain't nothing bad. Ain't nothing wrong. Life ain't fucked up. Like, we don't think like that. I don't know. Stay away from people like that, because when they see that you ain't like that, and so they want you to be like that. And unbeknowingly, they're gonna want to keep attracting you or come to you so they can get you like that. Just put your phone off, or you're probably more than likely your phone probably like mine. It don't ring much. Where's my phone? Which one am I using? Oh, right here. This phone right here. You'll see. I answer it when it rings. And it's not going to be not too many uh, vibrations that's going to come through there that's allowed right now. And understand, everything is vibration, right? And I'm speaking now just to be formally making mention of no directed at particular individuals. All right. So again, I want to appreciate Mine's Eye and Lady Shay for coming through, and we're gonna get busy with the message. All right. So bam, topic is becoming the Most High, and I came up with this idea because all my life up until a certain point in time, I was worshiping what they would call the Most High. And so, just like I see in school, I look at it on a micro scale. I have to look at it on a micro, on a macro, right? A below and above concept. All right, your micro being the below, your macro being the above, and that is like if at Harvard the professor is not going to be there no more than what? Let's say 33 years. Okay, to take an intelligent guess, and right, somebody got to step up, and that's normally someone that's under them. You see, and the student has to be someone in the class, and you can look at it more on a personal level. Martial arts, you can't, you shouldn't stay at wearing one belt for too long period of time. Eventually, gradually, in the monastery, the Shaolin, the student has to rise up and take and become the master. Because the master going to lead. The master, you see? So the Most High wants now for to express itself in every way that it always has been, but with a shift in the paradigm of which the Most High wishes to vibrate in. All right, we're going to speak in terms of 3, 6, and 9 today, because 2024, if added up, right, looking at 24 is a 6, and looking at it as 12, 25, 24, which will be in a couple more hours, 12 being our what month, the 25 being the day, and the 24. Break those three numbers down to the lower the common denominator, you come up with that of 3, 7, and 6, which comes up to what? 16. Now 16 has to be breaking down to that. I mean, by adding, right? By breaking it down, you want to add 6 and 1 is 7. 7 is the seventh letter of the alphabet, being what? God. Right? Look at this mathematically, people. If on the 25th, which is your Christmas, that you were celebrating this symbolic activities, and all over the world is going to vary, it's going to be different. But whoever is elite and supreme will be that late line, will be dominant. But let's be moving too fast looking at it like that. So bang. Right now, I'm trying to show you how to get your own right now before you start messing in somebody else's pot. You don't want, let me calm down. Bang. So 25th, you become the new God, right? Because you're dealing in the Christmas, right? This is what Christmas, Jesus Christ has never really been taken figuratively. There was just somebody who came up who wanted to make another currency in another physical form and way, and they knew they could benefit off of it by selling gifts and shit. And that's a whole story there. There's people who explain all this to us. And that's the way it came about. Because you know how people are always feeding off of one's greed and energy, your mind. They're what I call energy vampires. They suck the blood because that's the crystal. That's the motherfucking enlightenment, right? That's the power. What did Christians say? It's power in the blood. So now, Beyonce, look at her stage, and Travis Scott was the first experiment. But that was real powerful too, and they liked it that. You see them white folks come running back up out that motherfucker. They said, turn that shit this ain't. White boy on Philadelphia Channel 3 News. I watched him say, the first song when I walked in, I felt something was wrong. I said, wow. I did some investigation. I said, wow. And had he stayed and heard every song, he would have really transformed into another creature. But he couldn't take that type of vibration, that soul harnessing. Okay? And what is soul? Electricity. Check. Never mind Nikola Tesla and his coils and shit. Your brain is made up. What did Dr. Sebi teach us? Oh boy, here we go. We're gonna light it up, y'all. I tell you, you're gonna have a very merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, that song, I feel like playing that song. Because my Christmas ain't the same like their Christmas. Real talk. It never has been. Y'all gotta remember, we didn't have a fucking chimney. I had to build a cardboard box. Tell my sisters, look, y'all, put the pillars and shit up on there. That's the chimney. Come on, y'all. Let's talk dark today. It's going to be real bright come the 25th right now. Let's go back to where we came from, the dark side, right? Open up your Bibles. In the beginning, it was darkness, and that took control all over the planes of existence. I'm paraphrasing. But you look it up. Then it became some light. Huh? So we're going to have to move along here now. Getting into the idea still of becoming this God. Becoming this most high. We're already God. I'm sure the 5% nation, no matter where they be, is not circulating or no idea, philosophy, and energy of becoming God. Write it down, or if you can, quickly run over to that in the Bible of Psalms 82, verse 6. Come on now. Take your time. I'm going to light up. We got time. In the church, I lit up. Why the fuck I'm going to stop now? Yeah. I burnt the incense. I was the one who slung the incense and tried to hit you in the head. They ran over to my grandma and be like, boy, you gonna get that boy? Yeah. Because you needed the blessing. I figured she needed a blessing. She coming in with that, and you know, these are my elders. Them tight skirts on. And you know them, see, they told me skirts is supposed to be below their knees. So when I was little, the skirts was about my height. And I'm swinging incense. You know, and look at how the Catholic Church do that shit, y'all. But although I came up in Episcopal, so it's all the same as different varying degrees, huh? Just like your information on earth is. You have to grow. See? So nobody on earth can't tell me, not even my elite of teachers and gods and creators and whoever, you know who you all are, will dispute how, you know, this information is non-ciphered. It can't, you know, because you're not moving along according to the right and proper time. You stuck on mankind time. That's what they're gonna say. That's just like you you using the law of the land and they using maritime laws. You ain't even dealing right when it comes to those uh, measures. You see, we still run around here wanting to get compensated off of the idea of being black, and that ain't never gonna happen. It's not. Ukraine already getting paid already, compensated. Let alone already who Obama and all them have compensated before they flip that, because it's still on the table, I imagine. I'm not sure. I haven't looked quite into it lately about what's the outcome of us black people in America being compensated out. I don't care. You don't have to give me 40 acres and a mule. You can give me a Tesla and some land now. I mean, I'm sorry, in an island, and I upgraded it. Fuck that. We don't want land now. We know that the earth is spacious enough so that me, myself alone, you got to call me on my cell phone before you get permission to make landing. Don't tell me I go get evidence and proof that we got. Hey, some people may not listen. I heard the deeper you go within the earth is nice and warm. If you don't like the cold climate, I hear people say, "Well, Nate, I don't want to go out there where Admiral Byrd discovered where it's too cold." And but you got to imagine by now that was back then. And when did Byrd discover that shit? So by now, that's so utopianism over there. Like you wouldn't even know it's cold, B. I'm just taking an intelligent, imaginative guess. How running off of what the information we have had for over decades now. And you know how niggas is. Once we find some shit, that shit got to get popping real quick. We got to make it real comfortable. Even a homeless motherfucker, come by a homeless motherfucker on the corner day after day after day. That motherfucker place to have you look like it ain't so bad to be homeless. Damn. Maybe shit. If I do lose my job, I'll come the fuck out here. If my wife do kick me out, shit, I'm gonna get me a motherfucking tent. You know what I mean? That shit's is warm, B. But you kingdom come, so you ain't got to worry about that. That ain't supposed to be your vibration. But in case, in the event, you know that it is what it is. So I'm a little disturbed right now about my tunes in the background. So I ain't gonna worry about that. They keep jumping in and out, man. It's supposed to be some binary tunes and sound. Oh, I know what I can do. Let me put it. Let's do it like this. I'm gonna play another song, right? And I'm gonna hook up these binary tunes. So look, it don't go off now. It's on. This shit's still on. It ain't go off. But because I was going to switch it, y'all feel that rhythm? This is. Let me give you the megahertz of what this is. I don't want to deny you nothing that you supposed to have. All right, so come on, man. 4 hertz, deep theta. Okay, this is what we're getting right now. While we're going to build on this concept Those who are already the most high, welcome. Evolve on. Get in your supremacy and keep dropping that wisdom on me. Check. Those who ain't the most high, get ready to be the most high. Those who are the most high, we going to move on and be the most high. Again, there you'll hear it said. If you heard it not said already, I'm gonna tell you now. If you were alive in the physical on the plane of existence, yeah, I'm gonna have to switch this over. Now, I don't know what it is. And that's so aggravating. Let me set it up anyway. So we're gonna go back here, play another tune from Rebirth in the Cool. All right. Again, I'm gonna appreciate Mind's Eye and Lady Shea Butter being in the chat. Appreciate your thoughts and your concepts. Mind's Eye said, I hope you get to sub, my brother. I don't really know what you meant by that. All right. So I know I seen when the facts went up. I appreciate that. All right. So again, I'll be right. I ain't going nowhere. Let me just set something up right quick where we don't get no interruption with these hurts. We need these waves coming through, these tunes, right? And I know y'all understand that. So, and you don't mind. But on a human level, right? On the earthling tip, since we on earth and in earth, we're going to do a little of what earthlings do. And that's enjoy the tunes that we have created for our amusement and entertaining. Because trust me, even me don't want to be me all the time, all day. Can you imagine the God Almighty want to be just perfect and fine all day? Oops, I'm sorry. Did my fart stink? Oh, I spilled some ketchup. Can you get me a napkin? Oh, like, is everything in the cabinet turned right face what so we can view and read it? Is the back of the toilet seat clean from everybody's dry skin that has, like, no. I need to be out here listening to what Mind's Eye say, listening to what Lady Shea Butter say. You know, if the whole world was like me, somebody wouldn't be needed. I wouldn't be needed. This is why I got multiple avatars. Just same way I got if you got an Xbox, PlayStation. Ain't too likely you got one game. And if you ever did start off with the concept like me, oh, I only want one game, I just play football. Well, guess what? Now I got military strategic shit. I got chess shit. I got niggas. I got the San Andretti 5 when I feel like I want to just run through the hood and take motorcycles and cars and stack them up in the garage. Then when I come back to the character, somebody done broke in the fucking garage and took the goddamn bikes. So you know what I do? I just walk right outside, call me a cab. Yeah. Now this ain't the real. This ain't real, people. This ain't well. Let's say it's real, but it's not with Nate the Great avatar. So don't charge it to that nigga. You FBI, CIA niggas out there. All right, all you agents that's over and under the radar. That's not on this planet. This is in another dimension. You niggas ain't got jurisdiction there. In fact, if you did get there, you would love it there. So hit me up. Anyway, I'm gonna you understand the concept. Like, so let me get this music popping. Enjoy the tune. This one is gonna be what's the name of it? What the heck I do it the cover. All right. Rebirth in the Cool. Uh Hours of View. All right. All right, so while I wait for this to download, I downloaded theta waves. We need them. We need that vibration. Let's go on to a reading that I had prepared, and it goes as such. Self-concept is another personal characteristic which is very important to life adjustment. Life adjustment is simply the process of attaining the greatest benefits from life. I'm not to be stagnated. I'm not to stay at 33 degrees. Okay? I mean to evolve. I'm not even to destroy and eliminate. Don't you know as long as I'm eliminating, destroying, there's going to be an energy that's going to be developed to attack me right back? That's just the natural law by default. Let me be a spokesperson that's running around here talking about kids don't deserve chocolate. There's one kid going to develop and come through in life and just going to make sure that I don't get nothing in life either. And or I don't want to put that into the energy grid. But you already know the picture. You see? And this is and I hope you see what I'm doing, because this is how you have to be careful what you set into fruition, manifestation, taking that of intangible, making it tangible, or what we know as physical here on earth. Right? So where we at with the download of these theta waves? Oh, let's open it up. Keep the book marked up so I don't have to go crazy again. Bang. Let me put some tunes on, and I'm gonna have to switch frequencies over here with this device. Bang. Right?
Bluetooth disconnected.
That's what we want.
Pairing.
That's what we want. So I can do a little something. As long as they don't let me say it like this. As long as there's in other disturbances of energy and frequencies. And that's a good example. Remember when you kept coming around your mom or your grandma in the few decades ago, when it was analog, our system was analog, and you stand next to the TV because you knew on purpose that there'll be a disruption? Stop that. Although you think it's funny, it's cute, you wanted attention. Today, that's what's happening to me when I want to do what I'm doing. You see what I mean? You have to learn how the physical world is being played and laid and explained. You treat it as if you want it to treat you. Do unto others what you will have them do to you. And all those old pretty concepts and philosophies. You heard it before. It is the lift of your own hand that determines my destiny. It's in the scriptures. It's not something that Nate the Great made up to sound cute. Even Malcolm X told us best. Huh? The length of your destiny is at your own hands, people. And look, he never even got the chance to take it so deep as to just a fucking map and diagram inside. And every 7 years, it changes. And if I'm in tune and paying attention enough, oh, what do that make in me? You will have to wonder. Remember back in the beginning of the story, and I told you about the little kid on the bus? Huh? Yeah, that nigga you all laughed at. I'm not saying that was me. Just for the sake of people who understand my story thinking that they want to understand my story very well. I'll help you out when you need to be helped. It's nothing, you know. However, you know it was you or you know someone who was. And I'm here to tell you, I'm the guardian angels of them beings. And to show you how in my monastery, just like we did in Hollywood in the movie The X-Men, in The Extraordinary Gentleman, the children, do you know you bipolar too? And the only reason why you don't get away with it, because you don't go tell the government that you bipolar? That get a bell. Hey, nigga walk in there talking about they bipolar. You gotta go. I visit psychiatrists when I was young. I know how to deal with this mindset of energy, people. Check. I don't stand entitled myself and call myself the greatest of all time and being the most high for nothing. I got to have receipts just in case I get checked. Huh? You know how I was in the hood? Somebody said, yo, the boy down the street said he could fight good, yo. He said he could hold head. We told him we got a boy named Timothy up the block. You ain't nice like it. He's like bring, and you get the whole hood. You want to go down there and see this guy. Who this cat is, talk about he nice with his hands. We got somebody, let me see. Because everybody like, that's in the physical, right? In our most moral, demoralizing, and bestial level, okay? Everybody want to see a good, they don't think that shit just come from the ancient Greeks and Rome. Throwing niggas in the cage and watch a lion eat them and see if I could take that nigga head off or not. Yeah, some of you have experienced those lifetimes. And that's why I tell you, don't try to remember all the lives that you've had. You can't anyway. And if you could, so said my teachers, it'll literally blow your mind. You wouldn't be able to take it. It's not listen, can I just give you one example? You can't even bear to fucking fall in a dream. So how you gonna think when you was on the airplane that time and you watch when the fucker went down? Why you think you don't fly today? Why you scared of heights? There's not never a time which you was not. There's not experience that you have not already experienced. And if you haven't, then guess what? I'm not gonna write your book into existence. So let's change the topic, shall we? That's how deep it gets, B. Real talk. I'm controlling. If my homie ODB said he controlling 9 planets, then by now we're controlling way more than 9 planets. We like really dealing in the you and I versing. Jamal Rashad got one. Okay, I'm the beginning of the new monastery. You got your turn. You got your experience. There's no mystery God about you, over you. Stop, snap out of, oh, the creator. Did God create this? Or did Naeem Akbar? It says Naeem Akbar here. That's all the proof I need. I want proof. I want facts. I don't want you talking about, oh, that's the Holy Bible. It was created by God. Excuse me. Let me go to the front here. Excuse me. This motherfucker say King James, nigga, 1611. What is wrong? You can't go to court with that. I've been there. Judge can't co-sign that. I done seen niggas change their whole religion and still get the death sentence. I've seen niggas bring God to court. You know what that nigga in all black did? When he came in, he made everybody stand up and then he hypnotized them by saying, good morning. And once they felt that it was good morning, see, that's a... You gotta check it. There's nothing good being sentenced 30 to fucking 60 years. First case. God damn, Your Honor. I guess the goodness went out the window. And now everybody after, you know that you up for some shit. It's not going to be so good no more. So it was only good to... Y'all don't understand the games that's being played. Now, I don't even want to take it to games no more. We don't understand this. The casting of the spell, huh? We don't understand the spell that's making the castings. Why? We're participating in it. How do I change to get out of it? No, you don't need a bomb. Don't go get an AK-47. That's just dumb shit. Stop running into the mosques. Stop running into the synagogues and blowing up shit. Monkey shit. It's never going to be a remedy in that matter. That's an ongoing, it's like a game. You're going to have to just start over. Like Bob Marley said it best. Come on, people. They said it. It's a song too. What the boy say? Yeah, I think it was Bob Marley. There's no meaning in war. You only have to start over and do it again. Like I said, I'm not going to beat you down because you're eating pork chops. Somebody might set up pork chops stores all along and in my area. And now I got to watch delivery trucks all day coming in passing my subconscious mind. Pork, the best of the white meat. What the fuck, honey? You feel like you want a pork chop today? Yo, you got to be careful. You protected your energy grid. And once your energy grid become the most high, now you're dictating, dominating, manipulating, and controlling. Hence, here comes the pork truck. You know what? Damn, they getting money. They done made this shit and called it the Impossible Burger. Wow. I didn't come to Earth to destroy and get in your way. Oh, we get our tunes together. Let's get the vibrations going at a 4 hertz. What is it? 432 megahertz or something. I think we all paired up with the YouTube device too, right? So, where are you? Where are you? There we go. There we go. It's probably gonna give us a commercial. I'm expecting that. Oh, come on. I should be. I must didn't pair up. Well, that's the commercial, but I didn't.
Bluetooth connected.
All right, so like Psalms 82, verse 6. You are God's. Matter of fact, let's read this. Oh, don't tell me it's going to be messing up here. It's probably messing up here too. Yeah, that's going to give me a disruption. I got to put it on my own device. I do have downloaded music. Let me see something. Well, not music, but tunes, vibrations. That's we don't. When you elite, when you the most high, it ain't really like good to always be dealing in the arena of the music. We don't tell people to stay away from music and some music, but long as you know how to decipher and know what frequency you dealing with to adjust to the situation that you are participating in the physical world. This is how you become supreme and dominant in that whatever arena that, or affairs that is in, such as you notice ice skating. They play certain kind of music. If you was to play in a chess tournament, I don't need to hear DMX right now. Please cut that shit. What the fuck? You talking about chat? That goddamn thing. I'm thinking about killing this motherfucker instead of building on precise and thoughtful moves that I'm going to make. Because chess, what it do, is an organ that is a muscle that trains it to be uh, reflective in itself before anything comes into fruition or in you know in the physical brought into the physical plane. All right. So we do got a little consistency with the tuning here that's coming through. So I think I don't have to worry about that no more. I don't know. Maybe if it's too loud, I do apologize. If it's too mind's eye, oh, okay, Lady Shea Butter, y'all still in the chat. That's a wonderful thing. All right. So we're gonna move on with this science. We're gonna show and prove not only through information, right, that's been here on the earth. We're gonna show and prove through frequency and vibration, meaning I'm saying what I mean and I'm meaning what I'm saying, and therefore emanating from me is what is to be. If you could walk into a room with 1,292 people in it, and you could get every one of them to do like this without making a sound, then you know you're up your yanny. Okay? And that's the goal. That's the object. Right now, you probably could get one or two, and they probably going to be close at the front of the door. But I done walked in a big crowd over hundreds of people and had my family members stand up and let it be seen where I can locate them easily without having to come in. Because you see, and I brung up that scenario because that's an instance in which many of you have had. Just think when you want to locate a Pacific woman that you told, here's the tickets, meet me there, right? You walk in, I walk in. Let's say I ain't asked, there was no tender at the door to seat me. That's familiarized where this ticket is. But because of your energy, right, and vibration, you could be able to get that individual to acknowledge that your presence is there. Maybe you're the type of individual you could walk in and you got such a glamour and beauty, you could get 10 to 20 men to turn their head. And they sitting there with their woman. But for some reason, granted you at a nice attired place, nice meal being presented, You felt though you wanted to turn your head, look at the door, and bam, elegant, beautiful uh, individual stands and exists. Huh? Sometimes you may partake in social gatherings, whereas there's individual you may not know this, but other people may be observant. The whole time, she just couldn't keep her eyes off of him. So if we now have prepared, and you should have by now, the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. I'm going to read on in it to you. It says, God stands to open heaven's court. And this ain't the King James Version, but I'm going to read it for what is here. He pronounces judgment on the judges. Okay, so it does transliterate to be a, where's A? All right. He stands and judges on the judges. And King James to be the gods. How long will you judge and refuse to listen to the evidence? Right? How long will you shower special favors on certain beings and creatures? I'm gonna paraphrase here. Sometimes people don't understand the King James version with the D and the thou. We need it. I need you to break it down a little bit. That was one of the works with like Dr. Naeem Akbar when I study his works. He was very prolific with his words because he went to he's educated well with that science. Like Malcolm X. Malcolm X read the dictionary twice. You see? So sometimes people need for it to be broken down on the term in which they can perceive and understand that. You just walk around with the many people around you that you know, they'll get tell you the same thing. If you're a teaching type individual, they'll say, yeah, well, he this, that, thing, other, but I don't understand it. My lady, she tell me, but break it down on another level, Nate. I just don't, want to hear those words right now. Because I, like Malcolm, read the dictionary twice, you know, being a replica of what Malcolm did and wanting to excel his work so that I can do greater. Okay? So I know how words is power, and when using those terminology, how prolific an individual can be. And therefore, being too prolific with your words and terminologies, you could be an individual that's not wanted around, you know. Some people just don't like that. So we have to learn, and this is how God Almighty, this what makes God Almighty. I ain't gonna say this is how, but this what makes a God Almighty, as opposed to just being a God. We're talking about becoming the, look at the title, the most high, not a most high, but the. That means anybody come around me talking about in religious terms of creation and gardening, not gardening, gardening. I'm standing to represent all what you see. It's just me, myself, and I. Oh, I apologize. I'm watching the Lions and the Vikings game at the same time. But yeah, you representing. That's just like in court. You know who had all their charges against me? The Commonwealth. Who the fuck is the Commonwealth? They say, oh well, they represented. I'm a representative of the Commonwealth. I don't want the common. I don't want the representative of the Commonwealth. Your Honor, nah. You need to bring the Commonwealth here, Mr. Hills. Mr. Hills, can we? My lawyer, he don't get it. No, man. Hold up, man. Hold up. You know I ain't dumb. You better get the fuck up there and talk something then. Cause I exposed this whole you see all these people say hey? I start showing my ass. You know I've been how long I've been in jail. So God been talking good sassy shit to me. He said, all right. Your Honor, we ready to proceed with no time served and hoping that he can get out and do some good. Mr. Hills, are you sure you will get out and you will line up and do good and like I'm great sell y'all out there. I tell the audience, yeah, all right. But that's why I don't need you to like up on this shit because we don't need everybody exposed to what makes the motherfucking sea flow. You know? That's why they came up with secret societies. And I learned, like, okay, I'm not gonna buck that again. Let me bow. But as long as it don't interfere with my life and what I'm willing to accomplish. And that has to be agreed. That's the verbal contract. Watch the cowboy movies. I ain't lying. I'm teaching. No, I'm not sorry. This ain't no university or school. I'm expressing in my monastery and hoping that individuals can pick up on some few pointers that of supremacy, royalty, dominance, and controlling. First in and of self, and then in your places of business. Whatever places of business that you develop outside of the arena of your kingdom, let it be in of rightness. That's all that it takes. Now that you finding out that you could go over to an island somewhere and enjoy your sexual desires of your pleasure, what you want to do? Call Channel 10? You want to talk to your mayor and your oh shit. Let me go get the father. This is against the law. This is no. Man, mind your fucking business, man. That shit been going on way before you came to Earth. And after your dumb ass leave here, it's gonna be a better place for you when you reincarnate. Only for you to be fighting again. Ain't that dumb? So try to nip the dumb shit in the bud now. Nip the dumb shit in the bud now. Not the butt. In case some people may not be hearing me well and clear. But in in the bud. The bud is where the growth starts. It's life and development. So let's turn your attentions back to Psalm 82. And you know what? Let's do it like this. Let's do it right. You know what mom said? If you don't not gonna do it right, don't do it at all. And that's what I hear her telling me. So let's go to the King James Version. And if I feel as though by any wave of frequency that you don't comprehend or understand, then guess what? Your God is going to break it down for you and to you. All right? Let's go right over to Psalms 82, verse 6. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I want the whole chapter. Let's do it like this. Give me the chapter of Psalms 82, please. Yeah. This is what we're looking for. Right? Because I want to break something down. It says that, and we got that megahertz flowing too. All appreciative is due to all things in existence. Yeah, let's send that bell signal out because I need that. If you was in here where I am right now, you could actually feel this vibration. Yo, it's crazy. Woo! I better light some flour up on this because this gonna make me. We're gonna spark sales. We're going tonight, and we're gonna show and prove how this December 25th is going to be the most merriest Christmas ever to be taking place, even though it's not going to be no white snow. To all my so-called white people out there, don't worry about white snow no more. All right, look at a YouTube video or something, or put your uh, device over your eyes and visualize some white snow, if you will, if you need it that bad. But it's going to be okay because for every person, place, or thing, it's going to be a very merry Christmas. I'm breaking down the science of that of your ho is actually 666. Speaking in terms of the mathematics of what I'm presenting to us today, you coming in and look after the 25th. Wait, first let's do this because I'm moving too fast. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. Hold it. Let's stop right there. I thought God was almighty. But wait a minute, Nate. Read that again. Okay. Look, let me cut this down a little bit. Maybe your cells and is and your blood is boiling too much right now. You know what I mean? How that niggas start getting hot and heated when, especially you bring that shit out and you start showing them something that they reverend they pastored it and showed them. And now they want to start ready. Already you want to be combative and debate. Oh, calm down, brother. Don't let me put my young boy on the song. You ever listen to that song, Calm Down? And then he come out and he pull his hoodie back and all his hair come out. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Yeah, this shit is crazy. Y'all making it harder than it need to be. It shouldn't be this fucking hard out here to be showing you the light. Actually the dark. I gotta keep it real. Because we at Isaiah 45 and we gonna go there too. Why he say, because we need to know why Nate always talking about the dark side. First, keep in mind that's where you from in all aspects. If whether you want to look at it physically, you was in your mother's womb, and spiritually. And that's why many of you to this day, they still people being they want to sleep with some light on. They scared to sleep in the dark. They've been trained to fear the dark. And I'm gonna show you us. We're gonna show and prove how this was all developed subliminally once you enter into the twilight zone. Remember that? Do 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 do. The twilight zone. That's where you are. When you come to Earth, what did Bobby Hammond tell you? Nigga, you in hell. So you better pick your poison and pick it well. Cause guess what? And I'm adding on. Cause y'all know I'm a poet. I like to make. I'm like Shakespeare and shit. Yeah, do it well. And so that way, when you jump into your next avatar, you have a beautiful story to tell. Huh? Who determines your next incarnation, people? That's my question. The mystery God? Come on now, let's keep it real. You 1,000, you say you 100. Now you want to get on my airway and we start talking this old overseeing, over knowledge and overstanding shit. I mean, like, you want to chop me up? Give me a check. Give me a check. Give me a check then. I want to check. If people could think, if people could go to the government and tell them that they bipolar and they get a check, then you all should be getting checks. Because you can't come into the physical plane without being bipolar. That's a oxymoron. That will defeat the whole concept of what we know of the hyperboloid, the flow of that of energy, negative and positive, the atom. Look it up. Oh, that's a fumble. Huh? You have to be bipolar. The only reason why is because I don't need you at work telling everybody. So you just sit home. I'm gonna give you a check. Don't tell nobody. And look, I'm gonna give you medication. That keeps them sedated because they like it like that. You see? Because bipolarism is a hard, fierce field to deal in if you don't know anything of 3, 6, and 9. If you keep me running from 666, ho, ho, ho. Did y'all hope y'all watch my brother Sanchez? He showed y'all where this whole concept cosmology come from, even to the sitting on Santa's lap. Huh? Listen, as a disclaimer, let me say, I'm not here to rock no one's boat and destroy no shit. This is the float you like. By all means, make sure you participate and do it well. I want to see your kid riding up and down the street on a nice motherfucking pink bike. I like that shit. That made me say, damn, that nigga went out for that. That's heartwarming shit. See, because that's what it's about. Love. You talking about you love. Love is letting everything live and grow. Bob Marley said it best. Live the life you love and love the life you live. Let life live and let, I say, I think he said one of them things. Forgive me if I'm fucking it up. But you get the concept. Whatever life wants to live, let it live. If it ain't on your degree and your vibration, then you go somewhere else other than that. It's enough. This is why I'm telling you and explaining that you can have your next incarnation whereas though you have your own island, not just a mansion. You check? Or a duplex. Oh, you know? If all these big people with big bucks, I ain't saying no names, but we know that they got islands built that you can fly a helicopter to. I'm going to incarnate to that degree myself. And how do I do that? Becoming the most high. Kiss it. Kiss this whole situation that you in right now. Just make like the Italians, and I want everybody with both hands, both polars. Because bipolar means poles, North Pole and your South Pole. Your North will be your positive, is your crown chakra, and your South will be your root chakra. I'm telling y'all, they don't not gonna teach them people that. They gonna just medicate them, and they don't even know the science of this. But they talk about he bipolar. This some new shit that I'm bringing to light. I fuck around there today and walk in there and go get me a check. If not, you're gonna have to give me a goddamn university so I can start teaching them. All your people who is bipolar. Instead of closing down the goddamn barberries, let me open the bitch back up. You can have grandmom there. You know crazy ass grandpa, right? That don't want to stay in the house, that seems to be keep getting lost. I guarantee you he'll come back to his senses. And remember, this is a monastery. So that means the more people come in, the more we have to expand. Right? Let's say I start in the heart of Philadelphia. You give me one of them special rooms under the city hall somewhere. They said, damn, we got, yeah, I know what's under there. Don't you know the first Masonic building is right there across the street? not too far where I came into existence in the physical, at John Kennedy Hospital on a Friday at 4:01 p.m. That's my time of arrival. Snowed all day. This is what you need to be at with mastering self. Don't come to nobody talk about you the most high because you ain't got most high material. But you could sit in the front row. I like her. Yeah, yeah. For her, her Bobby Hemming said, unasked to see. God damn it. Let the sister sit down. Oh, boy, Lord. It's definitely having a day, y'all. Why? Because I feel her. That's just regular cotton or whatever clothes she got on. But it's what's inside that's bringing the energy and the feeling. Ask the scientists of the day. You can now buy clothes and you can charge up your cell phone on it from the energy that you've given off. Huh? So you thought it was, oh damn, look at her long ass skirt. Look at all those Corey stones and pearls and diamonds and I mean crystals, not diamonds, but crystals around her wrist and her neck. Oh. And you don't know the whole time that shit putting you in a spell. Because crystal, that's like creatures that unbeknown to the human eye. You know, ever watch? It's one of these good cartoons. To me, everything is alive. I bullshit you not. Right here, this my friend right here. This you might not think is alive, but if you do further research, you'll start to begin to have your aha moments. And then what you're going to do is start dealing with crystals and water. Water is very powerful. Bruce Lee said this, and it went over a lot of people's head. They just thought he meant drinking shit. It'll help me have my martial arts and do good. What the? I'm thirsty. Hold up. Let me get some water. I feel what? Rejuvenated. But look, it has in-depth meaning of what water is, people. Well, you said be like water. Well, how is water if I was to ask them? Ask the person, okay, let's take it a little deeper since we got time. Because we still on Psalms 82 and showing and proving that you're supposed to be the most high. And ain't nothing gonna go right on this plane with encamped inside the ice walls get any warmer than what they crying. This is what I'm saying. If you don't exalt thyself and stay away from them jabs. Okay? Y'all know what? I'm riddling. I'm in my Jesus bag. But you picking up the picture, right? Keep on with the keeping on. Stay in focus. Stay conscious. Are we out of flour? I think I'm out of flour, people. That's lovely though. Because that means we're gonna be able to move right along and wrap this shit up. So in the event I want to smoke, I can have something already wrapped up and prepared. Right? So wow. What was the idea was that? Oh. Anyway, God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judges among the gods. See how it changed from that of what we initially read in another Bible? Do you know that there's many transliterations like this of this same chapter? Why is this done? You'll figure it out as you grow. So in this case, we're looking at a God standing in a congregation, a cipher of the mighty. He judges amongst the gods. So right here we see that there are more than one God. However you want to look at it with the concept of a big G or a little G, right? How long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Now let's paraphrase this. Let's look at this. How long will you judge? How long will you be judging? Huh? And accept the persons of the wicked. What is it saying to us? How long will I continue to have bad days? How long will I continue to be dying? How long would I continue? Huh? This is what persons in the wicked is. It says defend the poor and the fatherless. We taking charge and controlling all affairs within our life and teaching those who wish, well, not so much teaching. I don't like to use that terminology, but expressing and showing to others who they have willing and eyes to see that wishes to have insight or enlightenment from anything about you or what you do in your life. So do justice to all. Doing justice to all is falling in the line of where we're to be after December 25th come uh 2024, a new year. After the 25th, right? The 25, going back to the numerology, you've become this God now. And you take the 6, which will be your 24, your new year, and add that is what? 13. What is the 7th? What is the 13th letter of the alphabet? Huh? M. Everything is everything. There's no mistake about none of this existence. It's all mathematics. It's supreme mathematics, people. Huh? And just like the professor that can't stay teaching at Harvard, Yale, and Princeton for over, a certain point in period of time, and somebody until somebody else have to step in and fill those shoes. Same on a macro scale. The Most High God tired right now. It has exalted itself of all of its enjoyment and hellish. Hence, Jesus mastering the seven heavens and the seven hells. That it wanted to do, it's ready to leave it on and pass it on to what? Who? The next gods, the ones who have taken on the knowledge and now have become like us. Go back to Genesis when it was Morpheus told you this, X-Men. Check. Now that because you have eaten up the apple, and notice it's the apple that seems to be always something of greater state of joy and enlightenment. It was a good thing for you to bring your teacher an apple, wasn't it? Why is New York such associated with the apple? All these symbology and cosmology has to be understood so that you can walk into the realm and the sphere of the Most High. That's when you start to percolate and bubulate and take a part in different arenas. Jesus said he mastered the seven heavens and the seven hells. That means you got to not be scared of the dark side, people. All right? As a matter of fact, and this is why do Nate speak so much of the dark side? Let me say Isaiah 45, verse 6. No. Isaiah 45, verse 3. This is why Nate talk about so much about the dark side. Not because Panic and other uh, occultists is out here, Bone Thugs and Harmony and Wu Tang and them speak that of the dark side. Wu Tang speaking that of the darkness too. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Method Man told you quick. Moving on your left. Southpaw is the method, nigga. Real talk. That's because there it states that I'm to get the hidden treasures. Look at it. I'm not making this up, Pastor. T.D. Jake, Rick Warren, Joyce Meyer. Why aren't you on TV showing these people this? Ooh, I'm sorry. Nate, you rocking the boat, Nate. Stop it. I'm sorry. And they ain't fucking with me, so you know I don't want no smoke. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. I know you can't teach. Keep preaching. See, they can't teach this. You know, you supreme ones out here that's moving up in rank. This is why they allowed to exist. This is why P Diddy is allowed to hang out with GGJ. What did you, huh? What? You ain't learn? If that's something that's irking you, you feel though you like that, and but on some conscious reasons that you, if all your life you feel though we was taught against it, then maybe go try it. Maybe it was something all along that you really wanted and liked, and you had fantasy in, but because Pastor Lambert over there at Shellham Man told the motherfucker like, yo, after he done just came with the girl, yo, you niggas shouldn't be fucking around with too many women out here. Well, yeah. And oral sex is not permitted by the God. That's bid that. He talk about, and his lick lack smell like pussy. I say, damn, bro. Something like my. Come on, bro. I know where you just came from. Stop it. I will give you hidden treasures, riches stored in secret places. What? Damn. That's a deep. I don't care no more about the Bible right now. Not at this point. Y'all got to forgive me. The Pope got to forgive me. At least I'm coming out the King James Version and I'm living a righteous life, God. I don't care about y'all rules and no laws. If you just let me be and sit me on the moon and let me figure this out, I'll be well off. That way you ain't got to lock me up. You ain't got to put drugs around me, and you ain't got to put guns around me. Y'all niggas ain't got to try to kill me and poison me, right? And everybody could be a witness. Amen. Nate is good. That's a good man. All he doing is sitting on the moon reading his scripture. But what scripture is he reading? Isaiah 45:3. Well, what does it say? I will give you hidden treasure, riches stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord. What do you think? The secret places up there on the moon? No, it's within you. The riddle and the secret was told a long time ago when you came into the Christ or the Christmas, the crisscross. Huh? It was in the blood. Why do you think everybody is vaccinated upon entering in those hospitals, whether they know it or not? Huh? Why you think some of our gurus rather they women have natural birth right there at the bathtub? Look it up on YouTube, y'all. I ain't lying. Why you think I ain't bringing nobody in this world unless I can find me a woman that's willing to do it the way that it needs to be done appropriately to that of what's excuse me, appropriately into that of what her and I or me and her agreed that we want to bring into creation. Let's not just fuck and get a nut on and just have a baby. That's dumb. I'm creating ley lines here. Either we gonna have it all, we ain't gonna have nothing at all. So I choose not to have a lot of children. So let's go back because we don't need all that information. That was a little bit too much. You know, I appreciate God for showing me the fucking secret treasures. I don't know why you keep it hidden from me anyway, but I can figure it out. But he did say that, you know, I would know that he was the Lord. All right, that's cool. But let's talk about the hidden treasures. What are the hidden treasures? Could it possibly? Let me do a tech check. make sure I'm live with this because it's only going to go out to those who it concerns. I hope everyone and everything is aware of that. And I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up at least by 2:30. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up, keeping in sequence. What the timing is 12:24:23 right now, y'all. Tomorrow will be 12:25:23. Now, the hidden. All right. So, the hidden treasure is within you. Check the secret place. This could be no other place that can be any more secretive and hidden than that beside the self of a being. This is why you look at this society, everything is geared and made towards distracting and having an individual being other than expressing themselves. Even if you was to go to the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous or any gathering, the military, to a gang in the street, there has to be the elite, the supreme one. And it states you have to come up out of yourself. The Marines breaking the idea of it is you who are uh, here to govern and be unto thyself. It is a we thing out there. They move as an army. A military move as a one, right? So this hidden place is naturally that what, and why is it the blood, right? Blood is our way of transforming or transformation of information. So if the blood is controlled, this is why there's an idea, or at least there has been, I don't know if it's still propagated, but only 3% of the people's blood can be explained. Therefore, leaving 97% of the blood as junk DNA. Well, I figured this ought to be not accurate. It's just information, like I said, to deter and have an individual outside of self. That's the whole concept of me worrying about my blood and looking at of a blood of Jesus Christ to the most extent. And in the lower terms, you might get such affairs as bloods and crip, blood in, blood out, even to relationship. And I've seen where people cut their finger and let blood connect. This is all symbolism of how the understanding of the transformation of information into that of blood. And so, some things I want to say, but I don't know if it's necessary for me to say, and still keeping respectful of the of other individuals' affairs and events in life, because we knowing that this is supposed to be a moving forward type of affair. So I don't want to speak too much about what has happened today or yesterday. All right, but so this treasure, this darkness, is within every person, place, and thing. All right. Now we was at Psalms 82. Let's go back there. This whole concept about Jesus Christ and Christmas thing is about you evolving and becoming greater and greater every 12 months. 2 and 1 is what? 3. All right. So you keep it in sequence in accord with tomorrow being 7. So that's, and then the year will be 23, which is 5. No, I'm sorry. We're looking at the year to come after you have become the God. Now, how can why is he coming up with the concept that I'm supposed to become the God? Well, it's the 25th. 2 and 5 is 7. And if you look at the alphabet, the 7th letter is G. And then numerology and other religious orders is always it's closely associated with that of supremacy or some type of deity. You see? So what I did and how I came up with this and realized, okay, well, I take the new year coming in, which is dealing with a 6, right? Add it with the 7. I'm looking at 13, using the same principles of the gods and earth mathematics. The 13th letter is M. So M in the supreme alphabet is master. You see? And now you go and study all the other ideologies, philosophies, and theologies of in astrology about what they talk about that's to be of our astrology and our future. You'll see how it all aligns up. As much as it's almost just like you back in the day when you used to see your grandfather or grandmom go and look at their horoscope in the newspaper. You know, it's almost something similar like that. Well, today we don't go and look at a newspaper. We don't have you don't have to go there. In fact, because many people learn that it is so of such how yeah, people is doing what is learning let's say coming conscious of what has already been done or here, then what we're going to do is move on and or elevate and modernize. That's all that's taking place. Oh, I hope you see this because this is what determines whether you incarnate back to this plane of existence or not. This individual may have one more trip to come back, but this time, instead of being coming that through of the vortex of creatures that is at a statistic of being well off, they'll come through a vortex or some portal, and y'all know what it is, male, how we get here through sex, male and female, through that portal, what you call the uni, right? In some hospital, hopefully well, actually, no. In this case, you see, it's deep, man. This is deep. If you can dream, so-called dream, so-called. Let me say that. I need to be clear because I don't believe in dreams the way that people think that it's explained to be. I think dreams is a big misconception. But just I gotta stay focused myself. And I'm getting tired and it's time moving on. I gotta go and do something. I want to speak on and say that being supreme is accompanied in a job that is necessary upon you. Now, this is not for everybody. I need to be clear with this. All right. Verse 6 I have said, ye, which means you, are gods and it has some type of in English what they would it would be a cognition of or indication of something meaning that I should at least stop or pause. Now, I didn't never make English too well. I didn't graduate no English class, so I hate English. I'm like I'm like a Puerto Rican or a Mexican from another country, and I've been over here over 50 years. So I understood how they come over here and didn't want to speak English. I hate it still, and not hate it to the sense of it moving me and bringing me to disruptance. It's just that it's not in my stew. It's not my pot. It's not my cup of tea, my forte. No elements of what I, you know. And that's why when I do speak it, I have to be careful and realize that I use the words that are accurate and appropriate for the vibration that's intended to be expressed. Else the job don't get done. This is how you got to understand the science of what you're doing, speaking your language to that degree. Many people don't know that. And that's why you figure out, oh my goodness, man, this is so deep. But let's keep along in these lines here, what we got. So it says, you are God. Who? The statue right here? Huh? Do it say the statue that sits before your desk is your God? Where where's the book of Psalms coming out of though? Ain't that the old scripture? That will be considered the old scripture, right? That's not the New Testament. That's the Old Testament. You can jump right over to that of John 10:34. Is it written in your own scripture? That book you got right there. How in the world in court remind you, which is already going to be there before you get there. The Bible is in the courtroom before you even get there. So this even gives you more evidence and weight. Your Honor, that's going to fuck the judge up. Real talk. That's just like somebody tried to prove to me that the woman ain't the most precious thing in the universe. And God did it, will sanction that idea that I said. And they tried to go prove it. And they didn't understand it was Muslim. He went and he brought back and he about I forget the idea of nothing on earth or something to the extent that was better than or more powerful than God. I said, well then open up your Quran. Isn't it a chapter, a whole chapter in your Quran under Al Nasser, which means the woman? Forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong or I'm hitting the wrong chapter. I ain't been in the book in a few decades. I haven't studied that book. But there's a chapter in the Quran, along with the ant, the cow, the spider, about the woman. So you can't tell me that, you know, the woman is not something to be respected and acknowledged as being that of supremacy. You see, the Most High, the Supreme Being. Because if you took them back to the beginning to their book, you'll let them see how when God created the man named Adam, he told all you niggas to come in. Check this shit out. This is my new shit. And y'all got to bow down. Everybody fearing God. Now I'm going to imagine, according to the scripture, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Oh, they do it 3 times, right? The cat down the road. Man, fuck that nigga, man. You know, you already got that dude in the class in the back. Man, fuck that nigga, man. We ain't bowing down. Everybody that bow down. Can you imagine the story? Now, this coming out the Bible now. Y'all got to keep it real. It's not funny. We just got to be here and go through this again. I'm sorry I'm putting y'all through this again. But this is the narrative of what's been written in my scriptures from birth. And you got to excuse me because this is what I seen. So either you gonna make some sense of it or I got to. Because ain't no way you gonna tell me this nigga walked through the garden. Because if you're walking, you got legs. And he created the niggas and they hiding from him. And he's almighty, all knowing. Adam. Yo, where y'all at, man? Can you imagine the girl laughing and shit? She talking about, stop laughing. Stop. It's not funny. She talking about, but that's God. That nigga say he know everything. He don't see us over here. He's stupid. And today you call it hide and seek. They don't know the reason why. They don't know that, y'all, but let them play. Just don't kiss and tell. So I had to take a second look at this, y'all, because things wasn't just quite adding up. It's written in the law that God said, you are gods. John 10. Now that's the New Testament. And the New Testament, which he was making reference to, was that of Psalms. Now, if you look it up, John 10:34, it should be written in red. And what do they teach you in Catholic school? I mean, or not Catholic school, Bible school, about the words written in red? Talk to me, TD Jake. Maybe he need to come to. Maybe he needed to come into my monastery. He's visiting the wrong arenas. I got people who listen to that man. And I can't dare let them see this shit that's going on in social media about him. I don't know what the fuck to do. Damn. I don't know if to go take it away from him because I know he's spiritually cooking and corrupting him. But then that's going to fuck up my relationship and she ain't going to understand. Oh, baby, what the fuck you mean? I've been watching TG Jake before I met you, nigga. I've been baptized, raised my kids above. Wow. You see who can only handle this shit on earth? The Most High. You got to become the Most High. Else, there's nothing else to be but a servitude to other entities. Ooh. It's interception. They getting it in. I can't wait to see the Eagles tomorrow. If it wasn't so much ingredients in the pot, you know what I'm talking about in that cooking. You know, I'll tell you who gonna win with the Eagles. But again, back to us. This is why it's imperative that you develop your own astrology, your own numerology. You got to rewrite this. You can't find. And listen, y'all. A lot of our great scholars gonna hate to hear this, but all them books on your shelf now, you could do like the white folks now did. Go and put that shit in the thrift store. What was it? Put it out back in the bin. You know how they, when the poor man didn't know nothing, seen the whole goddamn encyclopedia sitting out outside the thrift store. He said, "Oh shit!" And motherfuckers at one point in time in decade was able to get books, yo, and live off of just selling them. You can't today. So it's the same thing. with information. That shit, it's good, but if you looking to become the most high, the, the, not a, not a join in, partake of, share in. No, that means you got to cut. You ain't got to cut, but if you in an organization already, travel lightly. That's all. Don't go rocking the boat. Take take your time. Do it slow. Don't rush it. Hey, all the songs that you heard in your lifetime, I want you to equate it to a message being expressed to you. Okay? Take it in what is it called? Personalize it. Thank you. Yeah, you think I don't hear y'all out there? Come on, man. I watch X-Men. I'm in my dome right now. You don't feel the vibration? Let me turn it up a little bit. I hope I don't get people banging on floors and walls. It's going in and out right now. But one day I'm going to get in here. I ain't been messing with doing no music lately, so I want to get in here and get this all set up. I'm gonna download me at least 3 hours. See, I could do that. Well, can I? I don't know. We'll figure that out later because I'm not going to get off the subject now of where we at. But I'm going to have these binary beats downloading, coming in nice and lovely for us. All right, in the near future, so we don't have to keep getting disrupted. I don't know if you notice it or not, but I'm being disrupted because it keep popping on for about a tenth of a second, 1/3 of a second, and come back on. And that's not how it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna deal with it, and we're gonna keep moving on with the concept and wrap it up because we got about what we got left here. Oh, 5 minutes or so. So yeah. We want to appreciate all the energy that's here and has been with us throughout the entire time. All right. You're definitely in for a very good state of existing in the future. This is something I see for you. All right. And I got the ability to do it. Okay. So never mind how, why, and how. And you know, you don't need to be worried about if you got a gift for somebody, give a gift. If you don't have no ends and means to give gift, or even if you don't even have the feeling. Sometimes people got the money, but they ain't even got like, damn, if I give a gift to her, then I gotta give a gift to him. If I gotta get a gift to him, then I gotta get a gift to them. And you gotta give the gift to them. And that's just the children. People at work, they might expect to work. I done heard already somebody ask, are you going to get me a card? They didn't say a gift. These people on the phone, are you going to get me a card? The other individual goes, no, because this person, and I already know they decide that they're not participating in this. You see? In fact, this particular person went on to personalize this occasion that's coming up, which that we call it Christmas on the 25th. Some people took it off from work, and the whole idea is for the person to become their God self. And this means evolving. No matter what degree that we are on, we have to evolve in a higher state than we was yesterday. Check. So the the greatest benefit is actually growth and natural development as a human being. In this case, you elite supreme deities. All right, it's time for you to acknowledge and move on. And once you step in after the new year, once the new year come in, their Gregorian calendar, never mind whether it's right or wrong, an appropriate one, or it was the same as it used to be. Point is, it existed. So we're going to partake in it and we're going to master in of it. And that way, you'll see. All the 5 presidents from except Trump spoke up the New World Order. Notice that? Trump may have made mention of it, but his job was to destroy the old one. That's why people didn't like him. That's why his character played out in such manner. Remember, Trump worked with Hollywood. He got an apprentice. He playing in a fucking movie too. So his job was to bang bang, knock it down. Yeah, you gangsta ass niggas. Where my wife? Where Kensington at? Let's ride, niggas. Da, 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 da. Okay, but that's up, a little bit off of where we at with it. But there is no more. The order is what you bring to the table now. Huh? Huh? Me and you could go to the what would that be? Court of law, and seeking a certain type of situation, and we'll get service different. Only off the extent of what? The knowledge that we know of, the knowledge that we got. Self-concept is the way that we see ourselves. It is related to whether we see ourselves negatively or positively, usually based upon the information we have about ourselves. Again, back to that word information. And what is a good source of transference of information? Crystal. And what is crystal in the body? Our blood. Remember, Dr. Sebi explained to us, your brain is the carbon and copper which produces that of electricity. In the car, they got a whole device in there called a carburetor. Tesla knew about the twining and twisting of the coil. It sparked what? The Big Bang. You the Big Bang. You is what's big geek we having creations of bangs. Not just physically. You spiritually, metaphysically create explosion. And they'll put it on the news sometime, depending on how hard I'll get it in. Oh, you better watch out tonight, motherfucker, Arizona. It's gonna be a falling, speeding star. Yeah, it do. Because everything happens on the physical after that of the spiritual. So it's already done already once you get the news. And if you're going according getting it from what Trump and them said, that sources, I don't know if you're going to get it quite clear. Just like the fucking UFO landing in that boy backyard. And the government and they didn't shut that shit down and tell them niggas that we're gonna move you out into the best place that we got in Dubai for right now. We need to close all this off. He told them to get the fuck out my yard. That's how you know that's some bullshit. That ass story ain't true. Man, I'd have had my just like go back when Betty and who else seen the motherfucking Martians. All you gotta do is watch Men in Black. They shut the whole goddamn town down. Move us all out of here. If you really thought some niggas fell out the sky. Are we going to get back to the script? Self-concept is the foundation for action, as attitude is the foundation for choice. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, you ain't gonna tell me you ain't gonna be more supreme come 2024. Don't request for nothing. You ain't got to talk about, oh, Becky, what's your New Year's resolution? Well, I'm not quite sure, but maybe I'll start to stick to my, oh my goodness, to my own kind. I won't date no more black men. You'll hear shit like this. This is shit that people got going on in their mind. Hey, Steve, what do you tend to do? Well, I had too much caffeine this year. I think I'm gonna slow down on my intake of the caffeine. Cool. And it'll go on and on and on and on and on and on. And most of them don't come to any avail or fruition. It's just a practice. In fact, it's a form of spirit cooking that I call controlling. It's just like the teacher asking you in school, what would you like to be when you grow up, Nathaniel? Oh, he's so cute because I had fat cheeks. She'd be grabbing my cheek. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. What you want to be when you... Get the fuck off me, bitch. I got in trouble early. I ain't gonna hold y'all. No cat. Everybody in the classroom talking about, ooh, teacher, I want to be a doctor. I want all the things that they parents not. Oh, teach. I'm going to be a scientist. I'm going to be the president. I'm Malcolm X. I'm going to be a Malcolm. No, I'm Malcolm. I'm going to be like Mike. Which one? Mike Tyson. So I thought it was Michael Jackson. Oh, it ain't out. That's a flag. At the one. Turn on the Minnesota game, y'all. That's a good game. Those who it concerns. Damn. Those who it don't, listen to this. I got some electrifying shit for you, too. Like I said, self-concept, like attitudes, comes from other people, our own experience. Oh, no, I didn't say that. Where was it at where we was talking about the concept about... I hate when I do that. I lost my place. Give me... Okay. Self-concept is the foundation for action, as attitude is the foundation for choice. Two persons with the same resources, physically or mentally, produce differently depending on how they view those resources. The person with great singing talent who has image, of herself, an image. Listen to me. You got to have this image. You see yourself having the beginning, the middle, and the ending stage of what you wish to bring into fruition in some point in time. Depending on your practicing and your health, your tools of magic around you determines how fast it will come. It's like FedEx, UPS, Federal Express, ship quickly or come in a week. Whatever your currency is at that moment, what you counted. Some of you vibrating over 432 or 808. And you had your shit, what? Coming tomorrow. You see? As below, so above. Y'all got it. So let's move on. The person with great singing talent who has an image of herself as a good singer will sing far more superior to the person with compatible talent but does not conceive of herself. Because she got the boyfriend in the way, brother at home fucking with her, won't give her no privacy. Mom don't want to be a singer because she sound better than her. So she every time she hear her singing, she talk about, shut the fuck up. That was my little sister in the car. Remember back when you were little, she in the car practicing. Or how about Eddie Murphy? Uh, what was he saying in New York? Somebody put that in the chat. They told that nigga, shut the fuck up. I'll check later, but you get the picture. That person gonna perceive more the individual that has that image, yo. You see your beginning. I see myself walking up to the mic, right? I've been fasting for 90 days, eating nothing but cucumbers, lettuce, and motherfucking bell peppers and onions. And alkaline water, right? Your fucking pineal gland is off the Richter scale. If a doctor came up to you with a heart monitor talking about, oh, you need to go see a doctor, your shit is just too vibrant. Tell her don't worry about it. You practicing. You're a practitioner. You don't understand this science yet. I'm far beyond your studies of what's going on right now. Yeah, that's what you could be able to do and say to these people. They don't know no better. They only do what they told to do. They're not. They practicing, right? They're not official. You're not going to no real doctor who's like a herbalist would be. So it says the same is true with athletic, intellectual, or any special talent or human capabilities. We cannot necessarily be what we are not, but we become successfully what we are based upon our concept of what we are. We fail at being what we are because of poor self-concept. Self-concept, like attitudes, comes from other people, our own experiences, and the kind of information that the society gives us about ourselves. If we get good and accurate information so that we know, not believe. You want to know. Either you do or you don't. And once you acknowledge that you don't, you got the choice with the perfect and right attitude to go and do your due diligent research. Or you can just feel comfortable in not knowing. I'm not afraid to tell you I don't know how to fix a goddamn car. Come on, y'all. What's so shy about that? Do you believe, Nate, do you believe you can fix a car or do you know? Like, you go to a hospital, you got a broken arm. 2 doctors come in. They do their analysis, few checkpoints and key things that they said they're told to do. And the one doctor says, well, Mr. Hills, I believe I can fix that for you. And you talking about, what do you mean? Yeah, I know that's going to be your first reaction. It got to be. Well, this doctor, he said, whoa, wait a minute. I know I can fix it. I know I can fix that for you. At what point do you decide who's going to be operating on your roof, on your arm? Keep it honest. Don't tell me. Just keep it honest. You see why I had to come up out of the believing factor of the evidence of the things that's not seen and hoping for shit to come that doesn't never come until I make it happen. And all along they talking about, Oh, Nate, if you want something done, you should have got to get up and do it yourself. You ever heard that before? I remember when I first heard that. You ain't got to say that to me no more. Jack, never again. And I'm a Taurus. I don't mind having it my motherfucking way. Burger King got that shit from me. They knew that I have it my way, and they knew that they said, well, look, if we wanted to promote good business, we need to put somewhere for the kids to play at. And so they developed a little playground at Burger King. Yeah. Some Burger Kings got playgrounds in there, yo. Bullshit you not. Go up in the royal areas of them white folks out here in Pennsylvania. Your kids can literally be at Wonderland, Walt Disney World, and eating at the same time. I was gonna say something else, but let's keep it on a moving forward situation. We know what the shit is going on. That's just like going to the supermarket. You got a health food section, and then there's we have not fully explained yet what the other section is yet, but this is the market. Just stay in the health food section. Jack? All right, so moving right along, where were we? We cannot necessarily be okay, we're good with that. Let's move on. I think I'm gonna say this and we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna cut this off right here. This has been very annoying. Which phone is it? I can't even find the phone that I had. Here we go. Cut that off. That's been very annoying. But it was good. I tolerated it because I needed to. Just to show my endurance that I told you in the beginning stream, if you don't want to be sure, you can go back and within I think the first 3 to 5 minutes, if Satan needed to be around you and you ready to move into supremacy, you're gonna have to let Satan come in and not have its way, but get checked by you. In other words, you got to put Satan in check, just as if you was a kid. If you was a police officer or something, and you had the authority, you holding position, and the lower rank ain't performing as expected, what we do, you got to put them in check. Well, in this kingdom here, when it comes to the Most High, being the Most High, you dealing in a galactical arena and sphere with the most supreme of entities. You see? And you must, just like if you was to move up in position, like I said, being a professor, or I'd make it easier. I'd do you one better. You're a driver, and you start off driving taxi cabs. Now you may feel as though you want to start driving trucks, doing long hauls. You're going to have to study more. You're going to have to know a little bit more than what we know than just being a passenger driver. In fact, I might have to take my driver's license up that class because I can't drive with a certain class. You see? So when you're dealing in this macro, it's a supremacy realm where we make sure it's happening there first before it ever comes to fruition here on earth. My shit, I ain't busting out no kids on no excuse me, I didn't mean to situation. No. Every avatar I'm creating must have purpose and meaning. And like I said, I was going to make mention before. Let me hold my thought. Because I made mention about being reborn and reincarnated, and I didn't continue on that. That's one of the thoughts that eluded my mind, and it comes back to me too. And that was the idea, like you could be born to, like I said, a wealthy person, a person to do well by, meaning that the father may have been a firefighter and the mother was a teacher. Okay, those are good relatively parents who had children and they come about something, right? And things happen. So bang. Now if you've done right, you could be born to a mother and a father, right? To a person of a higher class and standards, maybe over in Dubai, okay? Where you ain't got to worry about coming outside much less to see a reefer bag on the ground. But you won't even see chewing gum on the streets. You born in Dubai. That'll be a thing that's unheard of to you by the time you 8. Where at one time you incarnated to the creature right there in North Philadelphia where you went to school, and it was gum all up under the desk. You're like, God damn, I used to hate sitting at them desks. But I figured out the ley line in there, and I knew where the less bubble gum would be. Of course, in the back of the room, on the right-hand side. Right? Because everybody chewed the gum was the one, they chewing it for a reason. It's drugs. And they in the front row, absorbing that. They is casting that spell, being taught they to sing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And by the time the motherfucker get to C, dogs and shit be like, oh, the same motherfucking signal coming from the fire truck. Huh? It's magic, people. You got to know how to work your magic. You have to have developed your own magic. And to be and having an affair in the arena and sphere of the Most High. What you watching in social media is the Most High of all coming down. You are now having your experience at the ending of a new time. Some may say it's a good thing for you to be alive. I know what you mean. But I've been alive, buddy. So those are the newcomers in the gang, huh? It's like prison. We got fresh meat. All right, there you go. Yeah, he coming in smiling with his motherfucking towel and blanket. That's the wrong thing to do, boy. Whew. I'm not saying I've been in prison before, but I already know that, you know, you don't want to go to prison with a big smile on your face. Oh my God, that'd be crazy. At some point, somebody gotta say he like it here. Can you imagine? That's some crazy shit. So look, self-concept determines what we do with what we are. Okay? Don't let a nigga outside. And look, don't go believing in nothing. Fuck believe. Don't worry about things that you can't see. If you can't see it, that shit ain't in the making. Start seeing the shit that you can see. Real talk. Start dealing with things that you can see. You sitting back like Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive. Come on with that dumbass talk. No disrespect. But my talking is my power. I talk my existence into life. If it's too hot, then it's just gonna have to be hot. I don't know what else to say. Tupac said adjust. That might work. I tell you, formulate your own. Get the fuck out the kitchen. I'm old school with it. You ain't got to come in here. If I was in somebody's house, in my upcoming, you know how some of us, I travel. I'm like a gypsy. I lived all over the fucking world. And I smell chitlins, fat back. That shit I can't, I'll if I smell that. I don't know what it is. And just way before I even knew what Elijah Muhammad talked about, or Dr. Sebi, or anybody. It's just what's the smell. I guess my nature of what I come through was of a different degree. That's how I break it down all too. Because some people, that don't happen to them. There was other people that lived in the building. I look at them, yo, y'all cool? Yeah, I'm good, cuz. And they look like they looking down the steps. I say to myself, oh shit, they're gonna be eating that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I had to like remove myself, yo. This is what we do in life. Remove yourself. Go and develop your own. Stop looking for a job. You can create and develop business now. You tired of working for people? Stop complaining. Start right now to begin to develop a business so that in some point in time, whether in this life or the avatar that you can go dream and make up to come, that you're going to have to reincarnate back to. Because every avatar you create, you're the one sole controller of it. Okay? And you're gonna have to go to there. And so, what do you think people do when they 90 and they hundreds and well, if you 80 years old? They sitting back like an iguana, looking at you pretty fine women out there. Talking about, oh, I can't wait to be enough come back and do it again. Oh, she fine. I remember I used to look like that. Right. We sitting back and you're supposed to be dropping jewels on all your descendants after you. Huh? And at the same time, because you know how we is when you get older, you say, all right, get the fuck away from me. Cut your phone off or whatever. Don't grab bother me. Nah. Because you need the personal time. And the personal time is supposed to be visualizing, meditating, proper eating, proper etiquette, proper ethicing. Okay? Develop itself to greater standards. So every time I step out that door, when the grandson come walking by, they so happy to see you. Not so willing to see you because I need a cash app. Your phone going off. Grandma, can you cash at me? I understand. If you got the currency to give in that way, by all means, make sure you do so. That's going to keep and develop your relationship. Something is worth something. But we talking about the most high. You want the elite of the good shit. You see? If you go to the supermarket and you get your meats, you ain't gonna go to Save a Lot. Why you don't go to Save a Lot? You want to go to Trader Joe's. It's halal. No. Go to Family Dollar. It ain't allowed. What's the difference? I know I said it ain't allowed. Them people is living too down there in the ghetto as long as I'm living, yo. In fact, if I'm scared to do a survey, the people in the Royal Good Home area might be leaving. If it wasn't for the gunshots and shit, I'm saying take that away. Okay, all the fighting and killing that's going on. They're living longer than them. But I'm spending $400 for 2 bags. They could take $400 to pay their rent, buy them a hoopty, go to a hotel, and stop at McDonald's with $400. Something wrong here. I got the question about Saturday now. Because the prices of that shit that's non-GMO is higher than the shit that's, is allegedly not to be organic. You're going to spend, if a lot of niggas like agave or agave, however they pronounce it, AGAVE, as opposed to a substitute of using sugar. But don't you know that shit is $7.99 a bottle, babe? You better have that shit like this. Oh, honey, not too much on the. That shit better be last as long as the bag of sugar that we had. Else we're going back to getting the sugar. All this bullshit. So people think like that though. Right there, cuz. Did you used to have honey? Yo, where the honey at? Damn, I could have swore the boy used to be organic. This shit don't even say organic no more. That's how you know that shit hurt the motherfucking pockets. I don't know. It's about having the right attitude, people. And you know what my motto is? You know what my motto is, Reflections? I am that I am, and it is what it is. That's all. It's real simple. Somebody said, like I said, kiss it. And kiss it is keep it simple, stupid. I forget who said that. I think Panic said that. Right. But keep it simple. Don't make this thing hard and bigger than it is. I know you want more chocolate in the fucking chocolate candy bar aisle, but we got enough right now. We don't need no more inventors of a potato chip. Next person, I'm waiting for the next brand of Doritos to come out. Self-concept determines what we do with who we are and what we are. How we feel about ourselves is the major factor in determining how we are able to use ourselves. If you feel though that you ain't great, then guess what? You're going to be poor. There's only two. We're all bipolar. It's just determining what side you want to go on. But if you want to go on both sides, just don't tell the government because they're going to keep you away from us and give you a check until you need medication. Keep it to yourself. Without being bipolar, allow you to work your magic unbeknowingly. Niggas don't know he bipolar. You think I tell people I'm bipolar? You tell the wrong person you bipolar, you're gonna have people following you. Because they might understand that bipolarism is a ultimate thing to be able to control. A nigga can't even control one pole. They want to have sex all day, all day, all day, thinking about sex if they ain't having sex. It is important, therefore, that we seek to obtain accurate information. You can't feel about yourself. Muhammad Ali was the best, people. He gave you clue. He couldn't say you are the greatest. Damn. Remember, he was in the Nation of Islam. He really wanted to tell y'all all that. He knew man was God and God was man. So he used an analogy as being in the ring. I'm the greatest. That's the same concept that you got to feel about yourself. You could be the greatest of all time just at the same time as I'm being the greatest of all time. All we're indicating is that I'm the greatest of the Gregorian calendar. If I go to London, I'm going to be the greatest there. If I go to Paris, because you see, once you go in these different time warps, time changes. If you was on Earth, if you was on one of the mansions that Jesus has went and prepared a place for, huh? You're going to need to be on time with time. So when Muhammad Ali said he was the greatest of all time, he was telling us esoterically and directly was that no matter, same thing what Jesus said. I give it to you better. You can't get a nice comprehension there. What Jesus said. You see, Jesus came, Muhammad, Cassius came after Jesus, Emmanuel, Joshua, whatever names you want to call these niggas. He said, I mastered the 7 heavens and the 7 hells. That's a master too. Muhammad Ali just came back and rephrased it. I'm the greatest of all time. Now I'm switching it up. I'm going to tell you, you're the greatest of all the times to come. Huh? What's wrong with that? You want to throw me under the train? Because I'm empowering you and explaining, showing, and proving that you are the God Almighty of Lord everlasting, all things in existence, and that if there was no you, there'd be no us? Huh? Try to spell universe without the letter U. Huh? Try to spell universe without you. I ask you again, spell universe without you. You won't be able to make it. We can't have fun. The game, I need a pitcher. God damn it. Y'all talking about you want to play baseball. Who will pitch? It is with such an image that we make the best of what we are. Adjustment to life has much to do with what we feel about who we are and what we do with what we are. So every one of you who come into existence is important. And here's the good thing. Yeah, Bobby Hemmett said when we came to Earth, we actually came to hell. I agree with that. I see that. I totally, this is, but listen, because it's the third dimension. And look, here's the good thing. Pretty soon you'll be able to go into that of the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and the other dimensions. Remember the movie Men in Black with Will Smith? And he took him into the other dimensions? What Will say? Do you mean the people back on Earth don't know this place exists? What was the response? He said, nope. They don't even know this shit. They've been educated. Well, he didn't say that in those words. I'm just adding. That's what education is. When we so gun ho. All these people think, oh, they got degrees because I've been educated. I respect that. It's an accomplishment. But now it's tell them it's okay. You ready to become bipolar, nigga. Now you know the white man mind. Now you gotta develop your mind and then go out and master all other minds. I'm sorry it's starting in such manner, but that's just the way you incarnated this time. All right. Some of you come here first with self develop in succession and then learning of other ideology. See, because you have to recognize what we have here in America. If we went to school, they would have to call it a Eurocentric ideology, right? Come on now. Start. Let's talk dark. Let's get these secrets out. You know what I mean? Let's get these secrets out. If you went to school in Japan, you will have what they call what is it? Asian ideology and so forth, or Eastern, Afrocentric ideology. If you went to school in Africa, you went to school in America. This is what determines the one and idea of how they function. This is how Malcolm X knew that what was the capabilities of the individuals that he trained. Jack. So I'm gonna get up out of here and go do something with this day of mine. I don't know what is it have yet to develop right now off the hand, but I do know that I got to have some functioning with my other half. She's been patiently waiting for me, and I appreciate that from her. Because not one time did she ring the phone, and I said that in the beginning. My phone ain't on mute or do not disturb. Let me see if I got a message. Now, if I do want to get contact, normally that'll be the way messaging. And so I have to be really grateful. So she texts me. All right, let me respond to this. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah. So yeah, I've got to be grateful for how the existence that I'm dwelling in and having my how can we say experience. And I'm invoking and hoping the same with you. It's all done by an inner job in yourself, imagining, bringing it about within yourself, and then making it happen in the physical plane. Right? That's the whole key to this. All right. So I'm gonna check y'all all later on another time zone. And if it ain't before tomorrow, which it won't, as a matter of fact, tomorrow's going to be this so-called thing. And I'm not too far familiar how far wide this Christmas idea expands across the plane. But I do want to say that anyone who is partaking in it, make it so that it has meaning and purpose to you. All right? It's a beautiful thing to have a Christmas tree in your house. You know the smell and the energy that goddamn tree giving off? Especially you sit there and have a relationship with it. Make sure it's watered. That's important. If you got a tree, you want to be sure every day upon rising, you have water down there, especially if you got the lights all wrapped around it. All right, so I got to get up out of here, do some important things. Again, make your Christmas the Christmas that you conceive and wanted to be. Leave everybody else Christmas alone. Don't worry about nobody Christmas. If you want to explain what it came from, and if you want to even share what how other people participate in practice, that's okay. I don't think they're mine. We put everything is on YouTube now. We don't nobody's mind. Everything exposed now. You know, even the Wiccans, they want you to put it just like your videos that come across your Facebook page, right? They got girls now. They up the grade. They not twerking no more. Now they got the light behind them, putting on some see-through clothes and letting you see the camel toe. Yes, it's getting so lovely. Your imagination is so beautiful. I love Earth. Keep up the great work. I might think about reincarnating back here again with at least 2 or 3 more avatars, you know, just to keep in the ley line of the Philadelphia Transylvanian uh, energy. The 33rd parallel. Oh, nah, y'all. We ain't gonna get that deep with it. But yeah, man, make the Christmas merry, merry, merry. All right. Yeah, I learned that if you leave everybody else alone, they'll leave yours alone. And not only that, you will start developing that of what it means to you. You know, you might want to put a Christmas tree in your house just to give it that evergreen smell. You know, you got cats and you keep your windows closed up or something. Or mouses all stuck be dead behind certain places. That'll cover that smell up. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm just babbling on. Yo, everybody be great, y'all. I'm up out of here. I'm the Nate the Great, and this has been a Nate the Great Facebook and a YouTube stream. Prepare to grow into greatness and be equal next year, y'all. All right. Facebook,